Alright, Ruthless fans, I'm raining down the Ruthless content probably because there aren't any, well, yeah, aside from this one, really aren't any shows for me to review at the moment. I will be catching up on the Bachelor stuff before the next episode. My bad, it's been crazy around here trying to get things ready for eBay. Look, I'm just trying, like I said, I am rushing to put together as much money as possible because I'm ready to get this house thing squared away. So make sure you go ahead and like this video, hit subscribe, click the bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel, and follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Now, in the last episode, the sheriff found out about Poke and Melinda by looking at the security camera footage, and honestly, I was a bit surprised that Melinda didn't try to cover up the cameras beforehand. I mean, she did before, like, Clark and the other Rakudushi member came in to sweep the place clean in order to find any kind of evidence on what the sheriff department has on the Rakudushi, but she didn't cover it up when it came to her and Poke going at it, because it's kind of weird. I mean, remember, he ate the food Melinda made for him, and then not too long into their attempted sex on the sheriff's desk, I believe, he passes out. So I'm just wondering, like, what was the thought process in that? I mean, was it to just simply get Poke into trouble? Because put it this way, if, and I mean if, the sheriff and Brian go back to the compound and then see Melinda there, the sheriff will be like, wait, she was the one who was on that security camera footage with Poke. Like, he might be able to identify that, oh man, Poke's been compromised. So it's just one of those situations where Poke might find out, but I don't know what's going to happen to Poke. If Poke's going to be killed, if Poke is going to be fired or suspended or something along those lines. I mean, I'm very interested to see what the sheriff's next move is going to be now that he knows that Poke had a girl in his office on his desk, and it makes me wonder, you know, I hope he didn't eat off that desk because, well, I'm not saying I would have eaten off it, but just remember that before they could really get into it, he passed out, so it is what it is. But the biggest takeaway from Clark and the other member in the office is when they opened up all the desks and they saw that Brian's desk was completely empty, meaning that this new deputy was working with the feds. So it's just one of those situations where we'll have to wait and see how things play out, but I'm very interested to see what Poke is going to do, because he already feels like a joke amongst the deputies and the sheriff's office. So if he finds out he's been in cahoots with the enemy without even knowing it, he's going to feel even dumber, which I feel might lead to him lashing out. I feel like that's a big problem with a lot of the characters, not in a bad way because it's interesting storytelling, but it just goes to show no matter what your gender or position in life, you know, deputy, FBI agent, Rakudushi member, what have you, emotions will lead to reckless and dumb decisions. I mean, we got Tally, who freaks out whenever things just seem to not be going the way she hopes for, especially when it comes to Andrew. You got Andrew, who's making shifty moves based off of finding out about his wife's affair with Malcolm. You have excuse me, you have Oliver freaking out. Oliver freaking out about Lacey. You have the highest, well, he's always freaking out, especially if he's high and paranoid. Daikon's overjealous and protectiveness of the highest. Lynn, who just can't stand her everyday, you know, predictable lifestyle with her husband. And now you have Poke probably lashing out to get revenge because he already feels like Brian, the new deputy, is going to take his spot as future sheriff. So I feel like Poke is one thing for the sheriff to find out about Poke and Melinda, but it's going to be a whole nother thing if Poke finds out that he's been made a fool of yet again. And I think that he'd go up to the compound, and then that'll just lead to a whole lot of trouble. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this potential showdown, if you will, between the sheriff and Poke. And if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month.